2,000 years ago, in the bustling city of Athens, walked a man who owned nothing. No riches, no titles, no power. And yet he changed the world more than kings or conquerors ever could. His name was Socrates. He was not handsome, not wealthy, not even particularly respected by the elites of his time, but he carried something far greater, a relentless hunger for truth. He believed that the greatest battle a person could fight was not against the world, but against their own ignorance. Every day, Socrates wandered the streets of Athens, barefoot in simple robes, stopping strangers to ask them questions. What is justice? What is courage? What is love? He spoke not to lecture, but to listen, to awaken people from their comfortable illusions. He said, I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think to him. True wisdom began not in knowledge, but in admitting how little we know. But in a city that loved reputation and pride, his honesty was dangerous. The powerful began to whisper, and soon those whispers became accusations. They called him a corrupter of the youth, an enemy of the gods, a troublemaker who questioned too much. For daring to make people think, Socrates was put on trial. The courtroom was silent as he stood to defend himself, not with fear, but with reason. He said, if I am wise, it is only because I know that I know nothing. And when they offered him the chance to live, if only he would stop speaking, he refused. He told them, to be silent would be to betray myself. I would rather die having spoken my truth than live a lie. The judges voted guilty. The sentence, death by hemlock poison. In his final hours, Socrates remained calm, gentle, almost smiling. He spoke of the soul, of virtue, and of the meaning of a good life. He told his friends, the unexamined life is not worth living. To him, death was not the end. It was simply a change, a passage to another truth. When the cup of poison was brought to him, his students wept. But Socrates only said, do not mourn me. I go to where wise men go. And as he drank the hemlock, his hands did not tremble. He took a breath and became eternal. They silenced his voice, but not his message. His students carried his ideas across generations. Plato, Aristotle, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius. They all drank from the well of wisdom that Socrates left behind. And what began as one man's questioning became the foundation of Western philosophy. He proved that ideas can outlive empires, that courage can defeat fear, that truth can never truly die. Socrates showed us that wisdom begins with humility, that real strength is not shouting louder, but asking better questions, and that the cost of truth may be high, but the cost of silence is higher. He taught that it's not enough to live, we must live rightly. To know thyself, he said, is the beginning of wisdom. Socrates did not die a defeated man. He died free. Because freedom isn't found in avoiding death, but in living without fear of it. His life reminds us that truth isn't owned. It's discovered again and again in the heart of anyone brave enough to ask. Pause. So when the world pressures you to conform, when speaking honestly feels dangerous, remember the man who drank the poison and left behind the fire of wisdom.